Hi friends, today we are working on we are discussing about the Windows Form applications. What is meant by Windows Forms? Windows Forms applications when you are build the solution that will be generated as a .exe file. That extension will be .exe. It's completely we can use it as a desktop applications. When we are developing any Windows applications, it acts like a desktop applications only. And now we are uh, discussing how to create WinForms in this our applications, how to create the Windows Form applications. Initially, we need to go just to open the Visual Studio solution. Visual Studio. I'm working on Visual Studio 2019 version. Now market is 2022 version. Yeah, just to go to Visual Studio solution and create a new project. And after that, you have inform option is there. Window form option. Window form option. Yeah, window form application. We can select the first one, and this is the C sharp. This is the languages, C sharp languages, Windows application, and desktop. We can need to check the. This is the desktop application. You need to check the desktop thing only here, and just click the. Is- Just click on that and select. Here we can where we need to add this solution and this is .NET framework is .NET 4.7 version currently. We can select the version and create project and click on the create project. And we are creating the project in new solution here. This is the form and this is the solution explorer. Solution explorer means what are the things the solution files you have in that particular solution. Those things can be shown into the under the solution explorer. Each solution explorer having one form is there. This is the current form. This is the form name. And second one is program.css file. Program.css file you need to write build the logic into the program.css file. We have some application enable. We state all things can be running here. Suppose we can run this application here. Just it's we can open this one. Just click on the start button. It's a blank screen. It's in. It's a blank screen. It can be opened there. It's a blank screen. We haven't do any functional kind of things. And whenever build the application, initially load the main functional. You can take the breakpoint here and click on start button. See, breakpoint will be loaded. Initially breakpoint will be loaded under the program file. Program file will be loaded. Just you can debug here one by one. Run the application and form will be loaded here. Form one is will be loaded here. See, and next now this is the functionality for running the application. And after that, if you want to stop this application, just you can stop that. And now we can how to work the controllers, how to design the controllers. All these things we can be create here. Just we go to toolbox. Yeah, go to the toolbox and all informs controls are will be there here only. If you want to add, suppose just I need to add a button control and toolbox is text box. Text box. Text box control. Just a create one label control. No, no. Various control, button control, checkbox control, checkbox, text box control, combo is a drop down control, data set, data time control, and text box. Text box is yeah, yeah. This is a text box control. Just we can click on that. We are able to see these three controls here. See text box, label, button. And now we need to discuss. We need to show the how to set the properties for the controls. See, I want to some properties. If I click on this particular properties, just I want to give it some text for that particular button. Given the text display, click here. Just it shows as a click here only. Just I want to set the width of these things here. Set the text from here also here or sorry. ID is here. Location, margin, everything will be set to here only. X is it's too high. Yeah, width is it's too high. X and Y X you can set it accordingly. Sizes, text box sizes. Height is 955. See, it is it's too overlap. Like you can set it. Now I need to build the logic here. Text box one label. We have label now here. Label label ID is text is label one. And just remove that one. Text is label ID is ID. ID label is where is that ID? Here. Can name. Can click on that label one dot ID value equal to text box one dot text. Okay, I have written the logic for button click control. Okay, now I'm done the application. See, label text will be displayed here. Label it contains the display the text all these things. Text box control is used for enter the field values, text values. All these things can be used by the text box controls. The remaining controls like grid view control is also there. Grid view. Grid view control is there. Rest of the controls here, grid view control is there, data list control is there, different controls is there. All the controls are can be data list control and grid view controller can be used to grid the table values kind of things. It can fetch the rows column values, using to fetch the values in the grid view. Suppose if you want to display the list of records or suppose employee list information, those things can be used to bind the data list control and data grid, grid view controls. Data grid controllers. Controls are not opening here. Not opening opening controls, not opening. Why it's not opening controls? Sorry, now it's open. Actually, earlier I'm in CS file, now I'm moving to the EA form1.ts. Earlier I have opened this program.cs file. That is the reason I'm not able to open the controls. If you can open the program.cs file, the controls will be gone. And when I open the form pages, designer pages, then only can it show the controls only. And now we need to check the uh, control, each control, what is the purpose of each control and all these things. Okay, the next one. Yeah, see, if you can select the background worker controller, what is the purpose of background worker controller, you can check these properties here. The background worker control can be, this control can be indicates the name used to code identify of the project names. It can be used by the background worker things. Background worker process can be, it indicate the name you in code they identify the objects only. For background worker can be help to for using to background worker controllers. And second one is bind navigation. What is meant by bind navigations? Bind navigations contain the add new items, current items, uh, count items, delete items. All this can be used to by the bind navigations only. By bind navigations. And if you can select the bind navigation, it can import from system.windows.form namespace system.windows.form namespaces for the bind navigation control purpose. And the second one is binding sources. Binding sources, can be used the source, bind the sources, binding the value sources. All this is coming by the binding source only. Button control, we know. Button control can be click events can be written by the button control only. And checkbox is nothing but we can check the values, which check and uncheck the values for the checkbox controllers. If you can see this one, doc is nothing but to define which border of the control, each property having different type of field values is there. Locked, what is meant by locked, what is meant by generate members. We can differentiate here only, indicate the member variables will be generated for the component. What is the purpose of these things, we can be shown here, right side bottom of there. And second one is checkboxes. We suppose we have multiple checkbox list values there. Those list values we can be using for the checkbox only. Multiple selected kind of things we can use by the checkbox controllers. Third one is the color dialog. Color dialog purpose is, if you want to if you want to write anything, if you want to color the selected dialog boxes only. If you selected dialog boxes only. Suppose if you want to have some dialog boxes there, we want to select the, we want to add background or we want to add anything for the particular dialog boxes. At the time we can use for the color dialog box properties. And combo box is also like is a drop down list kind of things. We can bind the list of values, we can drop down list, we can bind the list of values like drop the list, like we can do it like way. Suppose you have a list of values 1 2 3 4, like this way. Those things can be put into the drop down list only. These four values can be done into the using the drop down list only. If you want to add this one, I will add the like, items here, collection items here. One. See, I have added items only. Items will be displayed like this way. Checkbox like this. One check or uncheck like this way. Front of a back color. This is the navigation field will be shown like this way. And data grid view, content menu strip, I earlier told you. Content menu text, content menu text will use collection of items to display to the tooltip only. collection of items like see, if suppose if you can like this way, the items will be display col- right menu, left menu. Those things can be taken care by the items only. This one, see, collection menu item. Oh, sorry, I haven't add anything here for this. Now I will add something. If you can select this one. Later class I will tell you cortex. Data grid view can be the list of values can be displayed here. Uh, Display when items. This is list of items will be displayed here. Data grid view containing list of items you can display here. Suppose we have rows, columns, content views, columns, rows and column values can be displayed. Table values, columns can be used to display the data grid view. And data set is also can be used to list of values only. And next one is date time picker. Date time picker means current date wise things we can be shown here. Date time and all these things can be shown here only. Date time here. Date time picker can be supported by the date time, can select it from the date time only. For the date time picker, you can use it there. And dictionary entries contain the directory entries content indicates the name. Here we are direct entries there. Direct directory entries also used to directory feed values. All this can be used to enter by the directory entry. And next directory search domain up down. And these are things we need to review for more on the things. And image list is we mostly we can use the image list only. Image list kind of things we can use it only. Image binding all the image values, image list value, those can be used by the image list only. Label is can text value displaying all these things. Link label is also um, link the labels means it is also hyperlink kind of thing. Suppose you want to redirect one page to another page, at the time link label will be displayed using there. List box is also list of values is containing the from the list boxes. uh, we can add a list of high values here using the list boxes here. Okay, if you can select this one, list of values using the list box, you can use access a combo box only list box. Okay, okay. If you want to select the multiple list boxes, can be used by the list box value only. List box control only. Menu strips can be used by the menu items. So all these things can be shown by the menu strip items only. We can use the menu strip item. Menu items will be displayed accordingly. Menu items. Sorry, menu items. See, if you can check this menu items. If I can click on the menu items, menu item. Yeah. Background will be displayed there. No? Menu items. Sorry. Menu items will be background. Can be displayed there. Backside. It's loading. Its menu items will be displayed there. Yeah, like we can use the different controls for is the these are the drop down window form controllers. Tomorrow I will give the demo for the how to bind the data from to grid views, data list controls, we various controls values, how to menu items we can store, how to display the list of values, how to edit the grid views, how to edit the data in grid view, how to edit the delete the data in grid view, how to update the data. I will give some demo project to tomorrow. Thanks.